Hello, everybody. I'm Rick Flood from Flutster Sports Zone, and welcome back to another broadcast. The 2021 Bristol Motor Speedway here, and what a race we have had so far. Martin Truex Jr. wins Stage 1, Joey Logano wins Stage 2, and of course, the Dirt Motor Speedway. First time in roughly 50 years we are racing at a dirt track this Monday evening. I'm just going to be commentating the third stage, and, if we need a white checkered if necessary, but hopefully you guys enjoy the broadcast. It's been, I think, way too long since I've done a NASCAR race. It's been, 3-4 races now? I've been busy on the Sundays, but I'll certainly be trying to get, certainly try to commentate more NASCAR races as the season goes along. What's up, Mackenzie and Jeffrey? Appreciate you guys stopping by. And currently, Logano's going to lead, who won Stage 2. The big surprise, Daniel Suarez in second. Denny Hamlin in third. Truex, the Stage 1 winner, in fourth. Ryan Newman having a strong performance in fifth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in sixth. Bubba Wallace, seventh. Eric Jones, eighth. Tyler Reddick, ninth. And Chase Elliott, 10th. The two drivers who are used to racing on dirt tracks, Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson, both were involved in crashes in Stage 1. Eric Almirola was also involved in a huge crash in Stage 1 as well. Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney, among others, collected in a crash during Stage 2, along with Chase Briscoe, actually. He was also involved in that crash in Stage 2. And we currently, or it looks like we are heading down the back straightaway here. Again, the trophy all set up. We have about 48 laps to go, 47 or so once we get to the green flag. And so, yeah, of course, this is Bristol, so 47 laps is about 20 minutes caution-free. So we'll see. This broadcast, very good chance it'll end before 7:30, but we will see. What's up, Joey? Thanks for stopping by. As looks like we're going to have the pace truck go around one more time here. Yeah, the big surprises so far. Daniel Suarez obviously in second. His best performance in 2 years, I would say. Bubba Wallace in seventh, a bit surprising. Ryan Newman in fifth, good driver, but you wouldn't expect him to be this high at the moment. He's having a pretty good race, and a lot of disappointing drivers as well. I was expecting much more of Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, and Matthew Benedetto. Kyle Busch has been off and on all race. He blew his tire 2 laps into the race. Then he was solid. He was on a strong run, then got involved in that crash, and now he's sitting somewhere in the 20s. We are back to green, 47 laps to go in this one, and Logano will take the lead. Well, I guess better way of saying it is he will remain in front as Denny Hamlin will pass Daniel Suarez on the outside for second. 48 laps to go now as we head off into turn 4. Logano still leading, and it looks like it's Logano and Hamlin pretty much battling it up for the lead. Suarez did not get the great start he wanted. And now Hamlin on the outside trying to make the move. Logano's going to come up the track, block him off. Now Hamlin will try to go in on the inside, and they make contact. Hamlin almost loses control. We've seen that all afternoon, especially in the Truck Series race, in which Martin Truex won, and Truex currently in fourth. That'd be nuts if Truex won both races today. Here's Bubba Wallace trying to go in on the inside on Stenhouse, but Stenhouse shuts the door, so Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will remain in sixth. And look at this, Suarez and Truex bumping and grinding their way for third, and Hamlin doing everything he can to try to pass Logano on the outside here. And there's Suarez maintaining third against Truex. Now here's Hamlin on the inside, again trying to squeeze through, and we make the pass here. He's got Logano beat. Does he have the speed? He doesn't. Logano's going to remain in first. Oh boy, Hamlin and Logano are probably going to end up wrecking each other the way how this is going. So we head off into turn 1 now down the back straightaway. Hamlin just 30 tenths of a second behind Suarez, pretty far behind now, over a second. Like I said, I think there's a very good chance that Logano and Hamlin run into each other and perhaps creates an opening for Suarez or Truex. We will see. Here's William Byron on the outside trying to make a move on Eric Jones. And here's Hamlin again. Will not be able to make the pass, although now he's starting to pick up a little bit of speed. But ultimately, no, it is Logano staying in front. 43 laps to go. The drivers, they don't want to ruin their cars just yet. And here's Hamlin on the inside, and now they're side by side down the back straightaway. Logano's going to remain in front momentarily. Here's Hamlin again. Logano staying on the outside, neck by neck, and again Logano leads the lap. This has got to be so nerve-wracking if you're Denny Hamlin. Of course, Logano, by the way, has a second-place finish, and he's led quite a bit of laps this season as well. I think he actually has the mostly laps by a winless driver this season. And he will remain in front here now, down to 41 laps to go. And yeah, Suarez now well behind in third, although Suarez creates good separation for Martin Truex Jr., so at least that's good. Now it looks like Newman's catching up to Truex in fourth. As Hamlin, now he's going on the way outside, and that's not going to work. Logano's going to stay ahead. Down to the final 40. Tyler Reddick jumps up to 6th, passing Stenhouse and Wallace and Elliott. Now William Byron in 10th. Like I mentioned, he made the pass on Eric Jones. And now here's Byron coming on in for 9th against Chase Elliott. And Byron trying to go on the inside, but Elliott was having none of it. And here's Suarez in 3rd, who started 14th, finished 4th in Stage 1, 2nd in Stage 2, led the most laps in Stage 2. And here's Ryan Newman on the inside, making the pass on Reddick, and now Reddick will attempt on the outside. And I don't know, Newman's going to break away there as we head into the fog. just so much dirt everywhere. I'm sure it's really distracting for the drivers, but Reddick's going to make the pass on the inside. So Reddick now, the second-year star, will move into 5th. 37 laps to go as we head down the back straightaway. Logano now having a pretty comfortable lead over Hamlin. Currently, McDowell has moved up 5 spots. He leads the restart biggest movers, but Reddick with perhaps the most impactful movements as he moves up 4 spots up to 5th, like I mentioned. Busch and Blaney also move up 2 spots. Benedetto moves up 2. Benedetto, I believe, was in 12th the last time I checked. And here is Stenhouse on the inside, passing Wallace. Elliott will try to do the same, and he will. And now William Byron will also do the same. Ouch. Well, now Wallace spins out. Oh, no, I think his tire popped. And it looks like, yep, and that's going to be the case. His right back tire popped. Ouch. No caution. He was able to save it, but Wallace's day is probably going to come to an end. He was in 7th, and he was having the race of his season, but ultimately his tire gives out on him. Avoids the caution, thank goodness, but ultimately his tire popped, and it looked like Stenhouse may have actually caused that as he tried to make the move on the inside, and then I knew something was up once Jones passed him, then Elliott passed him. And then I think it was William Byron as well, and then, yeah, he just spun out when no one was near him, luckily, so we avoided another red flag. We've already had 3 of those this afternoon, and then it looked like Stenhouse started, and then Elliott may have clipped the front tire, actually, and then Wallace goes spinning out in the middle of the track. Again, very lucky another car wasn't collected there, so we stay green. And Stenhouse now in 7th. And Hamlin's still under a second behind. Suarez now 3 seconds behind. Although 3 seconds is closer than in other track standards. Down to the final 30. Now Truex caught up to Suarez, so we got a nice little battle for third there. Reddick far behind in fifth. And Logano will continue to make way of these lap cars. Going on in on the inside here. He'll make the pass. He made the pass on number 15 there, who is a newer driver. That is Wyndham. By the way, Alfredo will come in last today, as Suarez is maintaining his lead against Truex. And now looks like Ryan Newman and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We got a good battle for sixth here. Truex trying to go on in on the inside. Stenhouse now will take the turnoff into turn one. Now Blaney on the bumper of Chris Buescher. And Brad Keselowski and Blaney battling it out for 13th. Keselowski, who I predicted would come in third in today's race, unless we have a huge caution. That'll take a miracle for that to happen. Keselowski been chilling in the middle of the pack all race long. Started 16th, finished, and he's currently in 14th. He finished in the stage 1, 21st. And now here's Truex finally making the pass on Suarez on the inside, neck by neck. They're going to give third to Truex for that lap. Let's see Suarez trying to not clip. That would be disastrous. Oh my goodness. Suarez trying to not get into the back of Truex to avoid a caution, especially with all the dirt in the air. That would be rough. Quinn Heuft now blocking off Hamlin. Well, that's not ideal. Now Hamlin will go on in on the inside. Now Logano catches up to lap traffic again. Cole Custer, one of the lap traffic cars. Logano, wow, really in his way there. Car in front almost spins out. Unbelievable. Cole Custer is holding up the line. Oh my goodness. If I was Logano, I'd be irate right now. Hamlin's going to make easy work of this probably. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Hamlin's not catching any ground. I don't know what he's doing. All these lap cars are in Logano's way. Oh my goodness. They're going to come up the track, finally get out of the way of Logano. My goodness. Trying to ruin a good race here. Oh, look at this. Hamlin almost gets loose. And boy, now Hamlin's 30 tenths of a second behind Logano now. Those lap cars really hurt Logano there. Logano's up by about 80 tenths of a second. But, that is the difficulty driving in these conditions on a dirt track. Hamlin's going to have 20 laps to try to make the move. As Yaley comes up the track and will get out Logano's way. However, Stuart Friesen will come up the track and, he'll avoid Logano and Hamlin. He's saying, I ain't interfering with this. And here is Truex and Byron passing Newman on the inside. Well, at least Stenhouse does. Byron looking to capture 7th. Newman racing hard, though. And Newman and Byron make contact for a brief moment, and Newman will stay in 7th. 18 laps to go now. Byron started 8th, currently in 8th, finished 2nd in stage 1 and 11th in stage 2. And then Newman started 12th. He's been in the top 10 all day pretty much. Stage 1 finished 8th, stage 2 finished 5th, and now he's in 7th. Newman doing a nice job blocking off Byron. 17 whole laps to go. Again, a bit of a quick broadcast. Usually Bristol is 500 laps, of course, but due to the dirt, and this being the first time, they only had the race at 250 laps, and I have gotten word that they are going to try this again next year, which I think that's awesome, honestly, that, if we're going to have a dirt track at Bristol once a year, I had nothing wrong with it. Just as long as they don't overdo the dirt tracks like they did with the road courses, I'm fine with that, honestly. Well, one, maybe 2 dirt tracks a year, I'm cool with it. But if, we get 7 or 8 dirt tracks, just like the 7 or 8, courses now, it's like, it's good to have them. Just don't overdo it. I was like, I know now catching up to Austin Dillon. More lap traffic here for Logano, and I feel bad, but he's still 50 tenths of a second ahead of Hamlin. Briscoe and Alex Bowman also in the way of Logano, and Denny Hamlin has the right strategy. He's going to try to go up on the outside. He doesn't have the speed to catch him, though. Still 60 tenths of a second. Now Logano going in on the inside on Dillon. Dillon almost spun out. And now Hamlin's going to get some speed. I'm really making this gap uncomfortable. I can assure you, if this is coming down to the wire in the final few laps, we're definitely going to see Denny Hamlin commit, crash into Logano, I guess I should say, or vice versa. Logano and Hamlin, 2 of the most aggressive drivers currently. Unless your name is Kyle Busch, you can argue, but other than that, these are 2 of the most aggressive drivers you're going to see right now. Look at Logano doing everything he can to get Briscoe to have his way. And here's Truex still in third, so Truex is catching up because of the lap cars as well. Suarez now fourth, 6 seconds behind the leader. Yeah, Suarez just couldn't make up from his poor start. That was the problem. Here's Logano going on in on the inside on Byron. And he will make the pass down to the final 10. Now 80 tenths of a second. And Hamlin's about to get slammed shut. Well, he passes Dillon on the outside, but he's still got to deal with 2 other lap cars. Hamlin's kind of put in a rough spot here unless the lap cars can slow down Logano. And here is Stenhouse passing Suarez on the inside. I mean, still Suarez, best performance in, again, I'd say 2 or 3 years. But, from going to second to fifth, it's obviously not ideal. Now Logano well ahead with 9 laps to go. Stenhouse currently in fourth. Again, he's also staying in the top 10, just like Ryan Newman. He started 11th. Stage 1 finished 9th, and Stage 2 finished 6th. Now 8 laps to go. Now we take a look at Eric Jones. Started 20th. He's been all right. Finished 14th in Stage 1, 8th in Stage 2, and he's currently in 9th. A pretty stellar performance for Eric Jones. That's a Eric Jones performance. He's doing all right. Hasn't won in the 43 yet, but he's still an up-and-coming driver. He already has 2 career wins as well. And here's Hamlin now trying to do everything he can. And Hamlin's got to come up on the wall. Ouch. That's not good for Hamlin. He hit the wall, and now Truex is going to pass him with ease for second. Oh, now actually got to fight for second. Truex and Hamlin. Hamlin came way up the track, lost his control, and into the wall he went. And now we got a nice battle for second here between Truex and Hamlin. Both men now 3 seconds behind Logano. So this race is pretty much all but Joey's unless we get a caution here in this final 5 laps. Yeah, Hamlin just was going into turn 1 way too hard. He lost control and his right side smacked the wall. Oh, and now we have a caution. And that is Mike Marlar. No way. Mike Marlar blows a tire, and we may head into green-white checkered. Oh my, Joey Logano has been the most unluckiest driver this year. Daytona 500, in the top 3, gets crashed by his teammate Brad Keselowski in the second race of the year. Goes for a pit stop too early and allows Christopher Bell to win. And now, with 4 laps to go, a caution by a multiple lapped car driver. Oh, man, you hate to see it. This race is not over. We may even head to green-white checker, like I mentioned. Oh, poor Joey Logano. And Hamlin's back in second, so his hit to the wall is all for naught. And now guys like Daniel Suarez and Stenhouse Jr. have a shot at coming back and potentially winning this. By the way, limited fans in attendance today. Yeah, they are planning to have this race again next year in Bristol, so we'll see how that ends up going. Hopefully we can have a sold-out crowd and stuff. There is quite a bit of fans. I'd say there's about roughly 15 to 20% capacity, probably more like 15. There's a lot of people sitting where the finish line is, though. Which, by the way, we don't actually have a finish line. It's covered over in the dirt. And yes, it is official. We are heading to green-white checkered. So Logano, if he loses, make that 3 heartbreaking finishes in the first 7 races. Like I said, Logano, especially after this race, he has to be the driver who has the most laps led without a win under his belt. Just has to be. Hamlin hasn't won either after destroying the competition last year. Truex looking for his second win of the season. Stenhouse, Suarez, pretty much everyone else in the top 10 is looking for their first win. Well, Blaney got the win last week. Elliott hasn't won yet. Michael McDowell, Daytona 500 winner. He's somewhere in the teens, so they'll probably need a caution for McDowell to get his second of the year. And, Truex, he's currently in third. Won the truck race earlier today, so that'd be amazing if he could sweep the series. Also, NASCAR next Saturday, or 2 Saturdays from now at 7 o'clock. That is nice that the NASCAR race is on Saturday. I'll definitely have to try to commentate that race now because, of course, Sundays, Fletcher Sports Zone here on YouTube, so I won't be able to commentate as many races as I'd like, but if I will certainly try to commentate the Saturday races. Also, we have baseball starting. I think opening day is Thursday. So I'm planning on commentating the Bruins tomorrow. And then Pirates Skate Show on Wednesday. Commentate opening day on Thursday or Friday. I might do baseball instead. We'll see. Saturday will be I think the Bruins are on against Saturday, so I try to commentate that. I don't think I'll be commentating all these games. It's just kind of my rough idea. I'll be advertising on Instagram and Twitter when stuff is finalized. And TikTok. You guys want me to advertise on TikTok too? I don't know. Yeah, probably not, but whatever. But, yeah, so currently your top 10, like I mentioned, Logano, Hamlin, Truex, Stenhouse, Suarez, Reddick, Newman, Byron, Jones, Blaney in that order. And who will win the first race on dirt track in the 21st century? A pace truck is going to head off. And the other thing I like about this track is we're going side by side. We're going single file, not side by side like we're used to. Flag is in the air, 2 laps to go. Logano takes the lead on the inside. Oh, no, Suarez hits the wall. Stenhouse now into third. Oh, no, that was Truex. Suarez remains in fourth. It was Truex who hit the wall, and he falls down to the mid-teens. Here is Stenhouse on the inside, passing Hamlin. However, the white flag is out. It's still looking like this is going to be Logano's. Did I speak too early? We will see. Logano coming off turn 1 now, heading down the back straightaway. Stenhouse, he's pushing. It's going to be close, trying to go in on the inside. He doesn't have the horsepower. Joey Logano finally gets the victory. It took him 7 races, but he got it done. Stenhouse, still marvelous effort in second. Same thing with Suarez in fourth. Absolutely marvelous finishes here. And then Hamlin in third. And poor Truex started third on the restart, ends up finishing, I would imagine, somewhere in the 20s. Oh no, he finished 19th. And there's the burnout. Congratulations, Joey Logano. First win of the year. He should have won the Daytona 500. And he should have won the Daytona road course. But he finally got the win. And even in a green-white checkered, he stayed in front. Congratulations to Joey Logano. Victory numero uno for the Team Penske 22. Hamlin just was trying to get on Logano's tail on the restart, and then Hamlin took a wide turn onto the outside, and then, he just couldn't regain momentum, especially once Stenhouse passed him on the inside. And then, Truex took the worst brunt of it all, sliding into the wall and now finishing in 19th, what should have been hands down a top 5 finish. Well, we get to hear the Logano interview, and then we can wrap up this broadcast. And boy, Stenhouse, I know he's going to be a little disappointed, but what an effort. Second place when I projected him to finish like in the 20s. As a props. Let's listen to Logano.
A lot of people in this garage, Joey, they wanted those bragging rights to say they won the first dirt race at Bristol. How do you sum up what this moment was like? This race, a cup car on dirt.
Man, it's incredible. I'm a Bristol on dirt, guys. This is incredible. Unbelievable racetrack. Great job by everyone that prepped the track. Obviously, a lot of work over the last few days. And, we did a lot of work in the dirt department here the last few weeks. And my buddy Ryan Flores and my car chief Jerry Kelly doing a good job with the modified and just making laps and learning where I was going. A lot of that helped. Kevin Buskirk helped a lot too. He has a lot of knowledge. And obviously Paul Wolf, this team, great car, obviously, to be able to execute the race we did and get a win. I was getting nervous. There's so many first-time winners and different winners than there's typically been. I was like, we got to get a win this year. We're getting the playoffs. So it's amazing to get this Shell Pencil Mustang in the victory lane at Bristol. It's nothing like winning at Bristol, but putting dirt on it and being the first to do it is really special.
Joey, take us through this race, though. The changing track conditions constantly. Something you guys have to do normally, but not to this extent. How much of a challenge was that today?
It's definitely a challenge. When they watered the track the last stage, that kind of changed everything. And Denny and I had a heck of a race because he found grip up top, and I was like, well, I don't know how to do that. So I had to go up there and try to figure that out to defend the lead position, and then eventually just work the lap cars. That was very hard as well. So as it should be, everyone's racing to stay on the lead lap. So I was able to get through them as needed, and then of course the late race caution, but. Man, what an amazing team. Everyone at Team Penske really put together some really good cars to come here and wing it. That's what this is about. Nobody really knew what to put in the car, and we were able to adjust the right way throughout practice and get in the victory lane. It's great.
Congratulations.
Well, obviously, Logano very thankful. And again, we had about, I'd say, 15 to 20% at capacity. So props to him winning in front of this somewhat big crowd. And I mean, overall, this was a great race. And, the green-white checkered coming out of nowhere was also, made this race a lot better. So they will be returning in 2022, which is good. My personal opinions, I like this. And I'd be cool if they would do 2 or 3 other dirt tracks. Again, just don't overdo it like you did with the road courses. Then I think it's something, people can look forward to. Or you can just do it for Bristol every year. I don't think I'm going to complain with that either. I mean, only a 250-lap race to Bristol, the smallest track. Like, it's good. And then, Hamlin, I think, he's kind of laughing it off, saying, man, we were doing so good, but I end up finishing in third. Well, congrats to Joey Logano. Like I said, he has been destroying the competition all season long. It was just due time he was going to get his first win, and he finally got it. And he is the first ever NASCAR Dirt Bristol winner. And again, most importantly, he clinches a spot in the chase already. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone saying enjoy the rest of your evening. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think? You think we should have more dirt tracks? You think this should continue being a yearly thing at Bristol? I like it so far. Maybe not happy with the outcome of who won, but I like it so far. This was a very good setup. Nice change from the pavement. And I think it does make the race more interesting with, untimely cautions and, cars can lose control and they hit the wall with like 2 laps left. So it can kind of make the race more interesting. That's just my aspect of it. But hope you guys enjoy the broadcast. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports. I'm saying enjoy the rest of your evening.